Hi, my name is Megan Scott, and I'm a special ed teacher at the Juvenile Homeschool in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Go Bulldogs! Primarily, I teach secondary English, slam poetry, and life skills courses at our school. The students at my school are court-ordered to attend for a designated period of time until they're able to meet goals related to behaviors and academics, and then they're able to transition back to their public school. So as a teacher at the Intensive Learning Center, ILC, our academics are primarily focused on helping students fill in gaps of schooling that they've missed and to catch up on missed credits. And also to be able to help them feel empowered when making decisions and to learn how to process and manage their emotions in a productive and positive way. In addition to teaching at ILC, I'm also one of the advisors for a community-based group called Peace Jam that multiple students at our school are members of, and I'm also a member of our school's anti-racism, anti-bias professional learning community. So it wasn't actually that long into teaching when I realized that I was interested in taking more of a leadership role as an educator. Over time, I found that I really loved creating positive relationships with students and then also being able to support them in accomplishing their goals in our unique program. I have a lot of respect for my administration specifically and their use of PBIS throughout the whole school and the way that they encourage differentiation and individuality within each individual classroom. And so I wanted to be able to find a way that I could continue my education and my ability to support all students in achieving their goals, and also find a way that I can create a positive school climate that is also supportive. So because of that, I enrolled in the special ed program at WMU. So initially, my vision of leadership was rather narrow, as I did not entirely understand what exactly made up the job of a leader in special education administration. My limited understanding of leadership included having a shared vision with gen ed leaders regarding organizational climate, collaboration, and school reform. So in order to have a cohesive team, I think it involves both gen ed and special ed leaders being able to work together to have a shared vision regarding philosophy, values, and the delivery of services to foster a productive and collaborative leadership team. Collaboration is also essential in a school system, requiring individuals of different specialties and responsibilities to work together for a common goal. So this might be done through the creation of professional learning communities, or PLCs, that align with the school's values but also appeal to the interests of educators and people in different levels of the school system. Additionally, I think it's really important that a shared vision regarding school reform is necessary for education leaders to have a plan for how to promote the success of all students, encourage collaboration of families, and develop like a common social and emotional program for learning for all students. So lastly, I also think that a leader should be able to foster a positive organizational climate for every interaction that occurs within the school system, whether it's between teachers, with staff, students, parents, anybody involved in that system that we call school. A shared vision with gen ed teachers and leaders regarding collaboration, school reform, and organizational culture all contribute to a strong leadership model that can increase productivity and well-being within a system. However, as I've grown in my leadership practices and in this program, my vision of leadership has evolved solely from focusing on interpersonal relationships and reform to also having a thorough understanding of the laws surrounding special ed and how funding is allocated in education. So I believe it's imperative for special ed leaders to have a solid understanding of the laws and requirements under ADA and Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, so that way all the needs of students with special needs are being addressed in the least restrictive environment while also providing a free and appropriate public education to students. It's also my belief that gen ed leaders should also have an understanding of the laws and requirements for students with special needs. And lastly, having a working knowledge regarding the federal funding, state legislation funding, and local funding programs should be utilized to appropriately allocate funds for services without any sort of legal ramifications. So I've learned a lot since starting my master's program in special ed administration about fostering positive work relationships, funding, and the laws incorporated into special education. I really look forward to seeing what this semester will bring and continue to develop more skills and to become a highly qualified administrator leader in special education. Thank you.